The 22nd Summit of the African Union is on at the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and before the continent's head of state and government arrive from Wednesday, their foreign affairs ministers have been meeting to brainstorm on the thematic issues that will form the summit's agenda and be presented to the African leaders for deliberation and ratification. Top on the agenda during the meetings of the AU Executive Council is the state of peace and security in the region and the crisis that has rocked the youngest nation in the continent, South Sudan. The tense situation in Congo as well as the Central African Republic are matters the heads of state and government will be expected to deliberate on, especially in line with AU's commitment for a peaceful continent by 2020.
We must continue to emphasize that if we want to silence all the guns by 2020, we must build inclusive and tolerant societies, manage our diversity, ensure forgiveness and reconciliation, and respect for human rights.
The African leaders are also expected to review the continent's relationship with the International Criminal Court amid claims that the court was being used by the Western nations to humiliate African leaders. The Hague-based court has, however, time and again insisted that it was not influenced by politics, but was a judicial institution keen on dealing with impunity. During the AU extraordinary session last year, the African leaders directed President Uhuru Kenyatta and other sitting heads of state who are facing crimes against humanity charges at the ICC not to attend trial at The Hague.
Cases before the ICC do not solely concern the respected countries alone, but have wider ramifications for peace and security in our continent. I hope the Assembly will thoroughly deliberate on the implementation of its decision on Africa's relation with the ICC based on the report of the Commission and chart a way forward.
The heads of state and government during their session on Thursday and Friday are also expected to receive a report on the progress made in the proposal to expand the mandate and jurisdiction of the African Court of Justice to enable it to handle cases of crimes against humanity and other human rights violations.
At the same time, we must act against impunity, hence the recommendation before the summit to expand the powers of the African Court for Peoples and Human Rights, so that they can have a mandate to deal with some of these issues. The cost of conflict and internal strife are too huge.
The 22nd AU Summit will also deliberate on the issue of agriculture and food security, with agriculture being viewed not only as a source of food sustenance, but also as a driving force for the continent's development and prosperity. Ordinarily, the positions adopted by the Executive Council of the African Union that comprises the foreign affairs ministers is what the heads of state and government adopt during their sessions. The African leaders will start streaming in tomorrow for the sessions that will be held on Thursday and Friday. Reporting for Citizen TV from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, my name is Francis Gachuri.